Good evening and welcome to the Basketball Champions League. This evening we are at the Mossy Arena in Radom, Poland. It's game day 5, it's Group C, and it's Rosa Radom versus Banvit. The stadium filling up nicely for this evening's encounter. And the crowd anticipate a really good battle, a battle that Rosa Radom really need to win somehow. These are the games so far this week. Olympia losing by 10 at home to Venezia, who are doing really nicely. Studiantes beating Medi Beirut, that's their second loss on the spin. Beirut. Strasbourg narrowly beating AEK. I had the pleasure of bringing you that from France yesterday. They beat them by 2, and tonight is the last game in Group C. It's Rosa Radom versus Banvit. Banvit have the chance to go top if they can win the game. They're 3-1 at the moment. They can go to 4-1. Let's just check out the standings. So after 4 games, Banvit are in 5th, 3-1, and Rosa Radom 0-4. I've covered some of their games. It was a heartbreaking loss last week in Athens. Petra Olympia, the other team down the bottom there, they've got their first win, so they're 1-4. Rosa Radom 0-4, but so close last week. They had a lot of key players fouled out last week at crucial times, but some huge performances which we'll speak about in the intro to this game. Here's the Banvit roster, players to look out for. There's plenty. They've all been playing well. Donis Thompson, Damian Kulik, member of the Polish national team. Gasper Vidmar, Slovenian Eurobasket winner. Tony Taylor, Angelo Calero, really like this player. Look out for him inside and out. Italian-born Calero. So they are very powerful and playing very well, getting a lot of good stuff out of their lead offensive players, Thomas and Taylor. Here's Rosa Radom. Kevin Punter, Patrick Auder, Czech Republic national team player. Robert Vidka, Trojan, Igor Zaitsev had the game of his life last week in Athens, played absolutely brilliantly. Sokolowski again putting up huge numbers for his team. And Ryan Harrow has just joined the team. He bubbled nicely last week. He needs to explode tonight big time for Rosa Radom to have a good chance of pulling off their first victory in Group C as we get ready for the introductions of the visitors. Banvit of Turkey. They are the current Turkish Cup champions and of course went all the way to the BCL final, the Basketball Champions League final last year, or last season, losing to Tenerife. So they love this tournament. They want to do well in this tournament. They got some unfinished business from last season. As their players come out, there's Calero. Got Andrew J. Rultings that they've picked up as well, who's come in for the last couple of games. So let's see what can happen. There's head coach Sasa Filipovski from Slovenia. So that's our visitors, Banvit. This place is really going to be rocking tonight. I'm sure all the local supporters will be out to give their hometown Rosa Radom, who play the game with such good attitude. And I've really enjoyed their games, even though they haven't been able to get a win. A lot of things have got to go right for them. One thing is their star players, their key players need to stay in the game. However long it goes, they couldn't stay in the game for long enough against AEK last week. As we see Trojan Jaroslaw Trojan going through, and there's Zaitsev, Michael Sokolowski, Polish international, and at the back there Ryan Harrow. Keep an eye on him. 15 points last week, 4 rebounds, 6 assists in 35 minutes. So can Rosa Radom get their first win on the board and climb? Well, they may not be able to climb off the bottom of the Group C, as we see the coaches. That's coach Wojciech Kaminski. He's 43 years old. He's been with Rosa since 2013, so that's really good for Rosa Radom. He knows the players, he knows the young players coming through, and he's also had the honour of being national team assistant for Poland at Eurobasket 2017, which of course was an amazing tournament, won by Slovenia, and one of their winning team is on the opposition, and Banvit in the form of the gentle giant, who I think one of my co-commentators called him last week. He certainly is a giant of a man, Gasper Vidmar. Just remember, you can catch all the live action and the reruns on livebasketball.tv, and I encourage you and recommend the Basketball Champions League app, where you can stay in touch to your fingertips on all the news, all the videos, and the live games as well, which are uploaded onto the app a few days after they're played. So you can watch them for free on the Basketball Champions League app. Obviously not on the day of the game, but within a week of them being showed. So it's fantastic information and fantastic videos. And here's our refs: Nicolas Maestro from France, Sergei Chebyshev from Ukraine, and Luca Mattioli from Italy. Always top-notch referees at the Basketball Champions League, and of course the good people behind them carrying out a hugely important job, the table officials and the game commissioner. And we're counting down to tip-off as the Banvit head coach, Sasa Filipovski, he is thinking, let's get a win and let's get out of here and let's go to the top of Group C. As we look at his starters, Tolga Geshim, Turkish player, very steady, Gasper Vidmar, Andy Routens, Tony Taylor and Angelo Colero. Look at him to be really active and on both ends of the floor, and a really good scorer. And Sasa Filipovski is the coach, as I've mentioned. He's been at Banvit since 2016, won the Turkish Cup last season, 2-time Slovenian leagues, and one Polish league to his name. And in 2010 he was the assistant at CSKA, so he has coached at the absolute highest level of European basketball. Now the starters for the home team: Rosa Radom, Kevin Punter, Patrick Alder needs to stay in the game, got fouled out last week, Robert Vitka, Michael Sokolowski and Ryan Harrow, the new player, thinks this is his third game in the Champions League. They'll be looking for something special from him tonight to assist Kevin Punter, who had a huge game last week, 23 points, 1 rebound in 39 minutes. And coach Wojciech Kaminski, a really good coach. It's really insightful listening to his timeouts and what he has to say to his teams. Say national team assistant coach for Eurobasket 2017, and he's been with Rosa Radom since 2013, so some real continuity for the local Polish outfit.
Take the time for low post game. If they deny, patience, low post game. Horns down, low post game. Big spacing, here low post or here low post. Also you against Vitka. Put him inside and go for the spot.
Yeah, great opening words. Low post, go inside. So you're going to use the likes of Kulig when he's in, and obviously Vidmar is starting, just get it into the big man, and he's a smart enough player to either score or make the assist if he hasn't got the open shot. Vidmar averaging 12.8 points per game and 7.3 rebounds. Last week 13 points, 50% from 2-point range, which is about his average. 9 big rebounds in 20 minutes. So not only will he bring a big presence, he doesn't have to be on court an awful long time to give you really good stats. Looking forward to this one. It's a Wednesday night, or Wednesday evening, wherever you are, depending on your time zone. And wherever you're watching this, if you're in the Mossir Arena or you're watching it live on livebasketball.tv, settle down and I'll bring you the action from Group C. Just waiting to get everybody set. So Vidmar wins the tip. And here we go. Straight into Vidmar, as coach said. Straight back out to Geshim. And straight in the bucket for 3 points for Banvit. Nice job, perfection. Coach Filip Pavlovsky will be very happy with that start. Rosa Radom just need a steady offensive start of themselves. Punter. Aldous comes to set the screen on the wing. Nothing going. Vitka up and under. Step back. And he misses left. That's not his play, really. So good defense from Banvit. Geshim. Guarded by Harrow. He's got a size advantage. Kicks it to Calero. Up fake. Nice bounce pass. But good recovery from Harrow. Good ball movement. And shots up by Routings. And it's just out. But a good offensive rebound from Geshim. This is a good, solid start from Banvit. They are tuned in on the road. Made the trip from Turkey to Poland. Calero. Vidmar spins. There's a turnover from Vidmar. Let's just see his footwork. Okay. It's a travel. Here we go. Sokolowski. Alder. Harrow. They need to move the ball quickly. That's quick enough. Just off from Alder. They moved it well against AEK last week and they got great looks, wide open looks at the basket. They need to do the same today. Banvit, I'm sure, will be looking to move the ball quickly as well. Make good, quick decisions. Taylor with his left hand. Such a dangerous offensive play. He's been fantastic for Banvit, 16 points last week. Floater short by, they had a big win last week, Banvit beating Medi Beirut, who also lost last night, so a bit of a stumble by the German outfit in Group C. And here goes Vidmar just backing his way down, but good defense from Vitka. Maybe one too many bounces for Vidmar there. Maybe should have kicked it out and got it back, and Sokolowski just short. Rosa Radom just can't find their range. Slightly worrying signs for Coach Kaminsky at the moment. Vidmar spins baseline, and this time he had Alder on him. And Vidmar, ever the gentleman, just picks up Alder after being part of the reason he was knocked to the floor. But Vidmar is a problem for Banvit because he's so smart, he won't force anything. Routins inside to Vidmar. Vitka just couldn't deal with him. Vitka sort of turned his back on Vidmar and the foul had to be called. Routins. Long, deep three, just misses, but Alder with a good rebound. That's his forte, just playing smart. Here comes Harrow. What can he cook up for Rosa Radom? Penetrates, dishes out to the corner. It's just long for Vitka. And Routins. Calero inside to Vidmar. Low post, spacing's good, and that's why they want the spacing good, so the help just can't come down, because if it does come too quick and over helps, he will find a scorer. But Vitpa again just being out-muscled. He's got to try and hold his ground there. Foul on Tony Taylor. Harrow, nice pass, but it just delayed it a fraction, and Vidmar with the big block. Yeah. Dowd almost has to throw a fake there, and that's a shot under pressure, but it's a good moment for Rosa Radom to get off the mark. Punter taking a deep three in round. Andrew J. Routing's just overstretching there and getting the foul. And here comes the hero from last week, Igor Zaitsev, the Ukrainian. All 6'11" of him, had a fantastic game last week. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 5 fouls. Unfortunately for him. Let's see if he can work his magic again this week, and they need it just as much. So here comes Banvit, early stages, only halfway through the first quarter. Hello, Harrow to Routings. Geshim looking inside. This time, yeah, Vidmar catches it further out. So makes the smart decision, kicks it back out. Good spacing. Geshim with his second three. Nice play from Tolga Geshim. They've been wanting more from him, and they're getting it right now. That's 2 threes for Tolga. 100% from the three-throw line, and Harrow pulls up mid-range from the three-point line, excuse me, for Geshim. And Harrow just pulls up in rhythm, and Rosa Radom are feeling their way into this game at present. Routings, the Canadian, new addition to Banvit. That's Taylor, inside to Calorero, looking for options now. He can go to work against Fitka, kicks it back out. Penetration from Taylor, floater is no good, but Vidmar reaching over the top, he just couldn't quite tap it to himself. Punter way downtown again, he's just a touch long. Zaitsev just not able to match Vidmar, who just collects rebounds and scores when the right time presents itself. Routings, nice cross-court pass. Taylor, penetrate, kick, Golshim looking for options. Taylor fakes the pass, penetrate, and in the end, Harrow gets the steal. And Routings, I think that's his second foul, which is a big moment in the game. One too many passes there from Banvit. They penetrate, they kicked. They penetrate, they kicked, they passed. In the end, dangerous cross-court pass and behind him. And Harrow in the right place. Coach has got to like, Coach Filipovski's got to like the way they're sharing the basketball, but that was one too many passes. Punter takes a seat. And in comes Marcin Piaszoc. Harrow misses. So it's called an intentional foul there. So 2 shots and possession for Roda. This is a good series of play. They just need a smart offense to get back in the game. And trying to go in between the screen there. Kulig's in the game as well for Banvit. He's having a really solid Basketball Champions League to date. 17 points last week in the win over Medi Beirut. Well above his average for the season. He steps out on the pick and roll. And there's Zaitsev. He's not quite starting with that same energy he brought last week in Athens. So Tony Taylor. Kulik, who can shoot the three, so they're playing him out, Geshim. Taylor. Caloero using his speed and his turns and his up fakes. And the ball's loose and Harrow's got it, and here he goes. He's going to take it all the way, is he? Yes, he is, and he just can't get it to go. Kulik just did enough. Kulik, straight through. Nice job by Zaitsev, that's better. Just angling him off. Here comes Harrow. Straight underneath Zaitsev, and he runs the floor. He gets rewarded and scores the two. Just what he did last week, and he ran straight down the floor last week against AEK and threw it down on the AEK Athens defence. And a semi-still deflection there from Sokolowski. Such a consistent player for Rosa Radom. Been with the club since 2014, so club very much close to his heart. He would love to see success here, as would their adoring fans in Radom, Poland. Long two is short. This is just gone a bit, just dried up the offence for Banvit at the moment. Pieroshevitz. Here we go, Zaitsev taking it strong. It's a hook and it's right through, and he's off and running. Simon Szymanski is also in for Rosa Radom. Really going to some youth, 21 years old. And 24 is Pieroshevitz. Here we go, Kulu with the high screen. Taylor. In the game is Donis Thompson for Banvit. Shot clock running down, right down. And Rosa Radom slowly but surely working their way in and running the bench. Running their squad players, and inside, this is one of them. They just couldn't finish it, Szymanski. That was a big moment for the young man. He made a nice roll to the bucket. Just couldn't quite finish. Here we go. Shots up. Nice fake and a big block by Zaitsev. There's a foul at the rim. It's a strong move. There's a foul by Szymanski of Rosa. Shots up by Can Altenig. So, it's 12-9 to Banvit. Just over 90 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Marcin Pieroshevitz gets the ball out to punter. A lot of high pressure. Pieroshevitz looking for options. There's one. Sokolowski in the corner is just off. But good hustle there by the young Pieroshevitz. Gets an extra shot. Another offensive rebound. Falls to Rosa Radom. This is good activity by the squad players, just what Coach Kaminski would want. Good all-round team effort by Rosa Radom. And good experience for the likes of Szymanski on the floor in major European competition. Punter. Kulik stepping right out. Underneath, Zaitsev waiting, turning. Left hand just couldn't go, and Kulik very smartly played there, didn't bite on the fake and just stayed in front, hands up. Under a minute, Geshim, guarded by Punter. Donis Thomas. And he goes all the way to the basket and scores off the glass. Strong move by the American. So here go to the line for one shot. And that's Zaitsev's first foul. A bit of full court pressure. Thomas looking round saying, where's the rest of the guys? They had dropped back to half court. So he's going to give Punter as difficult a time as possible. High screen coming from Zaitsev, not used. Great pass inside, almost. By young Szymanski. Good heads-up play, though, from the young man. And good defence to deflect it out of bounds. Here we go. Ryan Harrow. Punter, catch and shoot, just long. Bielshevich ends up on the floor. Let's see who the foul's against. Banvit are in team fouls. He's going to the line, and it's Altenig who picks up the foul. That's good activity on the offensive glass from Rosa Radom by Bielshevich and previously by Szymanski. So exactly what Coach Kaminsky would want from his young players coming off the bench. Time running down. So Banvit will get the last shot. They have a 4-point lead at present. Thomas. Still Thomas. He's going to take it all the way in. Misses. Cooley gets. Ball's loose. And I think Adonis Thompson with a great shot, catching in mid-air and finishing, but I think that was after the hooter. And it's the end of the first quarter, and it's Rosa Radom 11, Banvit 15. So we look at some of the stats. 2-point range, 25% for Rosa Radom. That's not great. No 3 points made. They're going to have to improve that, but they're only 4 points behind. As Kaminsky just has a think what he's going to say. It's going to get his team off to a good start in the second quarter. Let's listen in. And let's also watch some highlights. Straight off the bat, as Coach Filipovsky wanted, go into the low post and then take what you get. And Vidmar made a couple of nice passes out. This time, Geshin goes into Vidmar, and he's just going to overpower Vitka. Just gets good position, keeps the ball away from the defender. This time he catches it further out from the post. Geshin right from the top, sweet spot, 3 points. So just smart play, Kulig. That was good defense from Zaitsev, who's had a slowish start, but he's watch this. Good defense followed by good offense, just running the floor. Any big players, just run the floor, play tough D, run the floor, and I'm sure your teammates will find you and be happy to find you. And that's a high tariff shot right over Kulig, a running hook from the baseline. Here's Thomas, little hesitation. Zaitsev comes over too late and knocks it down. So an intriguing game here, as I said earlier. And if you're just joining us, Rosa Radom are yet to record a win in Group C. They lost as well in the Polish League, the PLK, excuse me. They lost 78-93 at home versus Trefli. Whereas Banvit are 3-2, and they're 5th in the Turkish BSL, winning 81-76 on the weekend. So just a tough season at the moment for Rosa Radom. But they've got to turn it round, and it's the players within the squad, the team chemistry that's going to get them through. And here comes Harrow with the floater. Just got caught between either dropping it straight in the glass and hit the back of the rim. But he's got that shot, he just needs to find his touch. and get on a roll. Harrow. Inside to Kulig. Oh, wonderful rip through, but he can't finish. But that was great from Kulig. He just couldn't finish with his left hand. The real benefit of being able to finish with both hands at the basket. He rips it round, quick bounce. But Adonis Thomas was at hand to get the rebound. Thomas, he's just short on his floater from the baseline. Harrow, recently joined Rosa Radom. He's trying to make a big impact for them. Here's Punter, the other playmaker for the team, and he gets a foul on Adonis Thomas. Pirshevitz to inbound to Punter. Guarded by Thomas again. Kulig steps out. Alder's free for a moment, but then Harrow came over and helped, which was nice. And a strong move, but it was sort of 1 against 2, and here comes Banvit. Altenig trying to kick it out, but good play by Szymanski. He's earning his minutes. Szymanski, he is earning his minutes and doing a nice job for his team, the young 21-year-old. Just a bit of a breakdown between Geshem and Kulig, and Harrow, another steal. Doing a nice job in that area of defence. Punter. High screen from Szymanski. He's open, but they go the other way. And catch and shoot. It's just short, but Szymanski gets his hand to it. 6'9", Polish player. Thomas behind the back with this good activity from Radom. Altenig cross to Geshem, and he's short it. Shot's not quite going. Thomas all alone, misses, and rebound by Alder. Punter. Szymanski again, quick hands, and Harrow, the recipient of the good effort, shots up at the buzzer, and Harrow with a nice job. Just playing tough. Cross-court pass, Geshem. It's a 3-second call possibly by Kulig. Again, really passing the ball around. So Rosa Radom in touch, low scoring affair so far. This Zaitsev, he's just long, but he gets the shooter's roll, and why not? That's such a great game last week. He's really hoping he can do something similar tonight. That's foul on Zaitsev. Coach Kaminski's got to be happy with again with the grit and determination that his team are playing at. They're not playing in full flow offensively. Maybe that's to come shortly, but Altenig's going to look to get Banvit going. Routins. Altenig. All alone, Thomas for three is good. Really nice offense by Banvit. Penetration and kick to the wide open Thomas. They've opened up a 5-point lead. Auda into Sokolowski. Back into Sokolowski. And a little jump hook is good. Nice jump hook. Good quick decision there by the Polish international, and that's his first 2 points of the game. Geshim down to Kulik, back to Geshim at the top. High screen from Vidmar. Thomas tries his luck again from three, and here comes Rosa Radom. Nice job by Auda. He's still underneath, but he's got Kulik for company, who just slams him to the floor. But again, running the floor, getting right underneath the basket, getting in behind the Banvit defense. Good job by Auda, who seems to have a bit of a bruising around his eye there. Gets it onto his left side, up fake, and Kulik bit. Vitka comes in. Zaitsev is on 2 personal fouls. That's why Vitka's back in. Okay, and Patrick Auda at the free throw line. Czech Republic international. I had the pleasure of commentating on him in Romania in the group stages of Eurobasket this summer. Always performs well for his country. Didn't perform so well at the free throw line there, and of course Rosa Radom, solid performances so far this season in the Champions League and also in the Polish League. Routins, Geshim, inside to Vidmar. Nice play from Vidmar. Knew he had the smaller Auda on him, and he just looked up top and then spun back to his left hand. 22% for Rosa Radom field goals. They've got to up that. Get some better looks. Auda, still only 5 down though. Not insurmountable, as we know, in the Basketball Champions League. Shots up from Harrow is long. Fading away there from the corner. Tough shot. Routins looking to push. Geshim, screen from Vidmar. Going the opposite side to Kulik, who can knock that down, that three. And just like that, he does. Really good offense, good spacing, and good ball movement from side to side from Banvit. Let's check this out. He had 2 options. He could have gone to Banvit as he came off the pick. He chose Kulik, and why not? Time out here in the Masir Arena in Radom, and Kaminsky not happy. Coach Kaminsky is not happy. Frustrating for him. Radom just need to make some shots. They're getting stops. They're restricting Banvit to 23 points, but only 15 themselves, and we're into the second quarter. Rosa, 0 from 7 from 3. Banvit much better, 4 from 9 from 3. Not so good from 2-pointer, but if you're making 44% from 3, that goes some way to negate only making 31% from 2. But the main stat line for Banvit is they're leading, they're on the road, and with a victory tonight they can go top of Group C with a record of 4-1. And then there's a host of teams on 3 and 2, so it's going to be a very, very interesting regular season here in the Basketball Champions League, which goes right through to February. 8 teams in 4 groups, 32 teams get the Basketball Champions League underway, and then it's the top 4 that progress to the final 16 of the Basketball Champions League knockout stages. Here we go. Sokolowski, very good defense from Banvit. Vitka trying to get a runner going. Bojanowski now in the Bojanowski in the game. He's really using his bench, maybe on the back of a lot of the key players getting fouled out last week in overtime and in the fourth quarter. He's trying to spread the load early to keep those key players in the game later in the game, as Tony Taylor back in the game, taking it strong to the basket. Punter thought he had it tied up. Let's have a look. Now that is a foul. He's got part of the ball, but he's got a lot of Tony Taylor's arm. Great job by Taylor shielding the ball, wrapping the ball up as he went to the basket, knowing the contact was coming. Tony Taylor's been a main player this year for Banvit. 16 points last week, 2 rebounds, 4 assists in 36 minutes. So he's seeing a lot of court time, and why not with those stats? Zaitsev back to Vitka. Sokolowski just spreading the defense really well, helping, recovering. Punter taking it himself. I think the foul was before the shot. Camera's on Vidmar. I think that was his foul. Let's have a look. Yeah, just reaching across as he cut through the gap between Taylor and himself. Punter looking for a clear option. Pulls up, and that's a good option from Kevin Punter. Had the bigger, slightly slower. I'm sure Damien won't mind me saying. And he just one bounce, and with a slight fade on the jump shot, was able to knock it down. 25-17 to Banvit. We're just approaching 3 minutes remaining. Routins couldn't increase that. And Punter with a really quick three, but Zaitsev just couldn't get the offensive rebound for Radom. That was a very quick shot. The offense wasn't really set. Geshin to Kulig. Inside to Vidmar. Good ball movement again, and he's got Zaitsev where he wants him. And here comes Kulig. Beautiful move from the left side, but then brought the ball across and went under Vitka's arm. He's very, very talented. Polish international. And bodies collide, Punter. And I think that's Routins. He went through the legs of Vidmar. Such a big man. Punter. Just showing the highlight there's Kulig. That really nice. That's the way to make a right-hand layup from the left. He would have maybe got blocked if it had been from the left. Harrow can't get it over. Vidmar and Zaitsev just not quite on target this week. Alternik inside to Vidmar. He'll just get to his spot. Oh, beautiful spin! Wonderful move. So smart. Saw the help coming from high, and he spun baseline and threw it down. Watch this. The help came, but as soon as the help came from the top. Bojanowski too late, and he just spun baseline. He's a quick player, Vidmar, very smart, and just keeps to what he's good at. Just keeps to his wheelhouse of talents, which are growing as we watch him each week. That was very nice. Just needs to improve from the free throw line if we can be hypercritical. It's only 46.7% from the line this season. He wants ideally to be up around 60%, 60 to 70%. He's a big man. So he misses that, but he made the two and got Vitka, I think it was, into foul trouble. Zaitsev just couldn't get that. Takes the shot from the corner and misses. Not quite happening for Rosa Radom at the moment. Vidmar. Routing's into Vidmar. They've not gone with him, and he's going to, again, doesn't force it. He thought he was going to go up there. Routing's fakes. Extra pass. Altenig inside to Vidmar, and that is wonderful, wonderful ball movement. Side to side, inside, back outside. Penetrate into Vidmar for the slam. There's not much that Rosa Radom can do about this. They're getting pulled out of position. They're not able to help quick enough. That was a nice fake with that first step of the layup from Altenig that set it up. And Kaminsky getting really hot under his collar. Let's listen in.
Here, Kevin on second side. Big, they play hard show. They play. Ryan's got the ball on that side. Kevin on the other side. Hey, they play hard show. So first one, let's swing the ball. Roll.
That's a lot. 6 more rebounds for Banvit. They just, Rosa Radom had that couple of minutes spell when they were active, but Banvit in the ascendancy with rebounds. Not much said from Coach, but the way they're playing at the moment, he's just got to keep reminding them. Keep playing as they have defensively, which is covering each other, getting out to the shots. And as we saw from the Rosa Radom fans, they're a little bit downhearted at the moment. Desperately hoping that they can get a spark from somewhere within the Rosa Radom squad. But they're finding it tough to get open shots. So here we're off again, just over a minute remaining in the half. Now Banvit with a 14-point lead. Harrow being quiet so far. Punter, who have been targeted by the Banvit defence. Harrow, shot clock running down, crossover, pulls up, just short, but Alda, just the way it's going for Radom at the moment. Rosa Radom, just the tip didn't quite go for Alda, right at the front of the hoop. Tolga Geshin, Vidmar steps out for the screen, there he is. And he just wasn't quite ready for that pass. And Geshin says, well, you're open. And he says, yes, I know, my fault, it won't happen again. And with Vidmar, it probably won't. Harrow. Oh, behind the back, inside. And this time Vidmar just couldn't stay with him. Nice play from Harrow. So Ryan Harrow at the line. Played in Greece and Italy and joined Rosa earlier this season, Rosa Radom. Played at some good colleges as well, NC State and Kentucky, the 26-year-old. And as timeout is called and the cheerleaders come to entertain the fans during this timeout. Let's listen in to Coach Filipovski.
Listen. They can play. Play. Okay.
Well, not much given away there by Coach Filipovski. But Coach Kaminsky just wants, in the last few seconds of this half, just wants something extra from his team. As I'm sure the crowd there in your picture, they want exactly the same. They want something special from their Rosa Radom. You see a young player there with parent and you know, they have aspirations. Kids have aspirations to play professionally. And of course, the local kids here would love to play for Rosa Radom in European competitions, such as the Basketball Champions League, which we're watching right now. So, 31-19. A 6-second differential or so between the shot clock and the game clock. Banvit in possession. Kulik, shot fake, off one leg, misses that. Oh, and it's tipped in. Wonderful tip in. Not sure if it was by Routins. And Rosa Radom could not get the shot off before the end of the quarter buzzer. And it's been a tough quarter for Rosa Radom. At half-time, it's 19 to Rosa Radom, 33 to Banvit. So it's been a tough quarter for Rosa Radom, and it ended just that way right at the end. Let's look at some of the stats. They're 27% from 2 points against Banvit 44. Banvit 40% from 3, and no 3-pointers at all from Rosa Radom. They've put up 9. 25 rebounds for Banvit against 18. But 6 offensive for Rosa. 7 assists. There's only 2 assists for Rosa Radom. They need to address that. Only 1 turnover for Rosa Radom. So there's some good stats for them in the first half. But if we look at the game leaders, we'll look at the game leaders shortly, I'm sure, as the stats go up. And it's Zaitsev with 6 points for Rosa Radom, 8 for Vidmar for Banvit. Sokolowski with 4 rebounds. Szymanski with a steal, Sokolowski with 1 turnover, and Geshin with 2. Top scorers 6, 5 and 4 for Rosa Radom, and 8, 6 and 6 for Vidmar, Thomas, Geshin for Banvit, Zaitsev, Harrow and Punter. They've really got to step, especially on their home floor, Rosa Radom, they've got to step the offensive output up. But Banvit have defended the floor very well, especially in the half court, protecting the basket and getting out to the threats of Punter and Harrow, and also been able to recover if there's any pick and rolls and any rolls to the basket. And we're looking at some highlights, and I'll leave you with these highlights, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back in around 10 minutes time for the second half of this Group C matchup between Banvit, looking to go top of Group C with a win, which would take them to 4-1, and Rosa Radom, who are looking for a miraculous but not insurmountable comeback. The scoreline is manageable at the moment, and they need more plays like this from Zaitsev, just running straight down the middle and finishing. And they want to get off the mark. They are 0-4 at the moment in Group C. They want to get off the mark and get off the foot of the table. So I'll leave you. Don't go too far. The second half coming shortly from Basketball Champions League Group C. Welcome back, everybody, to the Basketball Champions League, to the Mossy Arena in Radom, Poland. And we're getting ourselves ready for second half action from Group C. And Rosa Radom are in a bit of a hole at the moment. Things haven't gone well for them in the first half at home. And Banvit are 33-19 ahead. Kevin Punter, the man on your screen there, really needs to get going. And Zaitsev as well. He was the heroics last week out in Athens, just hasn't been able to quite match that this week. And as we look at the Banvit team warming up, they're looking very comfortable, making very smart decisions, and having the likes of Vidmar and Kulik, two veterans, two current national team players. That's a big help to Banvit to go with the likes of Thomas and Taylor and Caloero. Vitka doing his best against Vidmar inside, but it is tough. It almost needs two players, and as there was on one occasion where one of the Bojanowski, I think, came down to help, immediately Vidmar spun baseline and threw it down, and he's deceptively quick, Gaspar Vidmar. As we look at one of the young Banvit players sent out. Erkin Senel, 18 years old. What a great opportunity and experience for the young Turkish player. Even if he doesn't get on the floor, it's great to be around the team. But talking of 18-year-olds, last night, Ludwig Bayhurst of Strasbourg, who I'll be covering next week, it was excellent for Strasbourg. So young players are getting a chance in this competition, and if you're good enough, you're old enough. So what can Rosa Radom do? Their fans are waiting. They'll be cheering them on right through this half. Sit back and enjoy yourselves. Just a reminder, Banvit in green, Rosa Radom in white. Coach Filipovski again saying patience, and that was really evident in the first half. There was maybe one offense where they passed it too many times and Harrow made the steal, but on the whole, excellent decisions, going inside, outside, knocking down threes, getting inside to Vidmar, and the spacing so good that it's really difficult for Rosa Radom to be able to guard their player and help off their player and recover. So their plan, Banvit's plan, is working at the moment, which was outlined in Coach Filipovski's opening gambit to them. So let's see if things are going to change. You're very welcome here on livebasketball.tv. Catch all the action of Basketball Champions League. Kulik inside against, nice spin baseline, just short, but good move. Jump hook fell just short. Here comes Harrow against Taylor. Vitka. Hand off action. Sokolowski. And I think the punter has stepped out of bounds, and Coach Kaminski's going to be infuriated, to say the least, at that effort of an offensive play from his team. Got to know where the sidelines are. So hopefully now, for punter's sake, he can really play well on the defensive end. Fights through a screen. Back out to Rautins. And he's punter, in his effort to get out there, has fouled Rautins, who looked as though he was shooting a three. We'll just double check that on the replay. Punter saying, you've got to tell me, but he just lost sight of Rautins. And as he came across to him, he fouled him as he took his shot. Banvit have got some nice offensive options. Jake Odom was here prior to Rautins. And now Rautins getting the playing time. And knocks down the foul shots. Ball's knocked loose, and it'll be end-line possession for Rosa Radom. Sokolowski, strong move. That's a wonderful move. He took his defender all the way from deep behind the three-point line, all the way to the basket. That was Geshim trying to stay them. Could have been a foul. Geshim getting his body a little bit contorted, and but inside Kulig. That's a breakdown of communication. Punter. And Zaitsev just leaving Kulig all alone, and he said thanks very much, and he's up to 7 points. Harrow to Punter. Zaitsev, that's a tough move. Good play again from Banvit, making it tough. No clear path to the basket for Igor Zaitsev. Nice play, Kulig. That was a nice pass from Geshim. Really quick catch pass. Here comes Routings. Calorero, ball's loose. Good effort. Shot clock running down. But eventually, Punter with the steal. Or part steal, and I think Kulig committing the foul. That'll be his second foul. Yeah. Again, possibly overpassing. They're doing so well, Banvit. That's an unsportsmanlike foul on Kulig. So 2 shots for Rosa Radom, the Punter, and they get the possession at the half court. Punter knocks down the free throws. Cut. Punter handoff. Again, really good defense on the outside by Banvit, and they recover well, and it's such a tough shot for Harrow. He can't make it with his right hand. Good activity all over the floor from Banvit, and Zaitsev just not able to have the impact this week that he had last week in Athens. Ryan Harrow just can't get into rhythm, can't find his shot. Just can't find his teammates in good positions at the moment. Routings straight back to Geshim. High screen from Kulig. Geshim into Kulig, and a nice block from Zaitsev. But Kulig again, 3 times he went up, and Rosa Radom just couldn't deal with him. It's another foul on Zaitsev. So here's the first time, blocked, gets it again. So that's 1 offensive rebound, 2 offensive rebounds. Zaitsev and Vitka just couldn't deal with him. And that's 3 fouls on Vitka. And in comes young Szymanski. Routins looking for the quick release. Good D by Punter that time. Taylor. Zaitsev running back. Calorero just long on the 3, and Zaitsev this time gets the rebound for Rosa Radom. Harrow. Sokolowski. Punter. Zaitsev, Sokolowski. Can they get an open look? They can't. It's so tough. Need to put it up. And by the time the ball got to Szymanski, the shot clock had expired. Sokolowski saying to Routins, "You're giving us a tough game tonight," is what he's thinking. Not sure what he said. 15-point lead for Banvit. Just approaching 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter here in Group C action, Basketball Champions League. Calorero, nice catch and go, but maybe he should have shot that. Good defense from Sokolowski. pulls up for three, is good for Mikhail Sokolowski. Good steal, started the break and he finished it. Calero, I think he could have just pulled up there, a little jump hook or squared up for the jump shot. Punter. Sokolowski, two key players matching up there. Now can they get a stop? And again, Kulig, so big in there. Can't get the jump hook, and here comes Harrow. Good rebound by Zaitsev. Harrow. Szymanski, nice handoff. Back to the big fella, but he's blocked by Kulig. But he's not shying away from the moment. And they're giving him the ball. Nice job by Sokolowski. Szymanski could have just couldn't quite get the ball up high enough, and he was going up with one hand. If he could have gone up with two, maybe he'd have got fouled. Punter. Out to Harrow, just catches. Had to shoot it with the shot clock running down. Just tough shots they're having to take. But only a 12-point deficit. Taylor. Out to Geshin. Screen for Calero. Deflected. Calero, shot clock running down, takes it strong, and another steal from Harrow. And it's 3-on-2. Ryan Harrow. Ryan Harrow is good with the reverse. Really nice move. Harrow with the steal and the reverse layup. And Rosa Radom are on a run. Let's look at this again. Geshin trying to deal with Harrow. He couldn't. He hung in the air. Reverse layup. And Ryan Harrow doing what he's paid for, making things happen on both ends of the floor for Rosa Radom. Timeout, Banvit.
On penetrations, stop on 2 feet. They're leaving corners. 2 times we make them over. 2 times perfect. Make 24-second violation. It's okay. 3 small fouls, guys. 3 small fouls.
Look at the field goals. 1 of 11 for Rosa, 4 of 11 for Banvit. 24% for Rosa Radom from field goals, 37% for Banvit. It's just 3-pointers. They're not getting that open though, Rosa Radom. Let's listen to coach. He's saying play good defense, you'll get back in the game, and that's so true. And in good defense, as we look at the bench points, Banvit 17-8. It's a 9-point differential, more needed from the bench, but some of these bench players coming in for Rosa are very young, inexperienced maybe at this level, but they've got to be thrown in. It's the best way to learn in the heat of battle. But out of good defense, they can then run, and the likes of Harrow can create at the offensive end. Sokolowski, you see with that transition 3 as well. Let's see how things transpired for the last 4 minutes or so of the third quarter. Inside to Vidmar. There you go, good hands from Sokolowski. Keep your hands up and active, good things usually happen. Harrow. Szymanski again. He's going to come and set a screen. Not used, he's now going to use for Sokolowski behind the back. Pulls up, again, great defense that wasn't really on that pass. Here comes Taylor, kicks it. Adonis Thomas, and a good block. He got hung up in the air. It was Szymanski. Good activity again by him and Sokolowski and Alder together. And that's what they got to do. Alder! Yes! And the crowd get louder as Alder makes the 2 and goes to the line. Watch this. Catch and go. Vidmar couldn't stay with him. Tried to body him up, but that's a foul. And Alder, that's a tough shot from the angle. Just what Rosa Radom required. And Vidmar is on to 3 fouls, so they're going to have to consider withdrawing him from the game. Coach Filipovsky. So that's a good effort from Alder. He's having a quiet game, relatively speaking. He's 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He's averaging 14 points per game over the season, and he got 9 points last week. So more to come from Alder. I'm sure Rosa Radom are hoping. Here we go, Donis Thomas. Inside to Vidmar. Good play from Alder, and it's an offensive foul. Cold on Gasper Vidmar. He was left in the game. He's looking quizzically at the ref. Let's look at this, because Alder is leaning on him, and then Vidmar is adjudged to have sort of hooked him, and that's a huge moment in this game. Tough call, because Alder was off balance. I can see why the refs have called it, but Vidmar was getting eased away from the basket by Alder. But bottom line is, Vidmar's off, and he'll be off for a while now with 4 fouls. Can Rosa Radom capitalise? Piersevitz, oh, it's just too much on it for Szymanski. That's unfortunate, the 2 young players there, Piersevitz and Szymanski, just couldn't quite connect. I think young Szymanski just needs one offensive thing to go well. And the shot short from Taylor, and here comes Sokolowski. He's going to go all the way inside, out, and that is wonderful play from Mikhail Sokolowski, the heart and soul of Rosa Radom. Such a good player. 9 points, and his field goal percentage a whopping 67%. But Calero wide open, and he knocks it down for 3. Miscommunication again from Rosa Radom. And Calero knocks down the 3. Harrow, 7-point lead, and again, Alder just deciding to go straight at Kulig, but he was able to deal with him. Kept his hands up well. Calero. He faked Szymanski and overcome Alder, but Alder just couldn't get in good enough help position. Let's have a look. Szymanski blown by Calero, couldn't close him out, and that exposed Alder on the help. But it's a good effort by Rosa Radom. Szymanski 2 fouls. And Calero is on the line. This is the second. Piersevitz. Piersevitz getting good minutes. Inside, so Zaitsev getting it knocked loose there. Yeah, nice job. Nice job there by Banvit. Zaitsev from way downtown as the shot clock was running down. That was a long way out from Zaitsev. Just not quite having the same impact. He's not having the same impact as last week. But that's down, a lot of that's down to Banvit. They're playing him tough. They knew he'd come off a good game. They didn't want him to get started early. They've kept him relatively quiet. Adonis Thompson to Kulig. Altenig, Thomas taking on Piersevitz, and a good effort by Sokolowski, but he's tipped it to back to Banvit. Thomas palming the ball, kicks it wide to the wide open Kulig for 3. He's just short. Less than a minute remaining in the third. Rosa Radom still in touch with the high flying Banvit. Here goes Alder spinning. Good defense for Calero. Just stole that ball off Alder as he spun back to his left hand. Routins misses, and punter. There's 4-second differential or so between the shot and game clock. And there's an 8-point differential in the game. So, choosing to run the clock down. As we look at the field goal percentage, it's off the foot. Off Altinich. Altinich, just saw him there. Yeah, just trying to be crossed over by punter. Just hit his right foot. So, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Geshim in the game. For Banvit. Harrow in the game. Are they going to get something special from him? Vitka. Vitka and Zaitsev inside. And Metahan Akyel also in for this play. Here we go. So, punter, high screen by Zaitsev. Pulls up for the long two. It's good! And the shot from Banvit's end of the court from Geshin just inside their half was just short and end of the third quarter. It's 34 to Rosa Radom, 40 to Banvit. Good effort by Rosa Radom in that quarter, which they win 15-7. Just looking at some of the stats. Both teams not shooting the two-pointer well, and the three-pointer we know Rosa Radom is not shooting too well. Sokolowski made a big one. Coach Kaminsky, as we see Sokolowski going to the basket. That's such a strong move. Made a couple of those. And that was better help from Rosa Radom. They were all there waiting, and that led to the Sokolowski three in transition. But Kaminsky's just told his team, you're back in the game. Just carry on playing good defense, and they can get a lot. It's not been going so well in the half court. They can get a lot of offense just off their transition. And that was Calera again. That's 2 turnovers from passing, making that extra pass, and Ryan Harrow making Banvit pay. That was good anticipation from the American. So out of NC State and Kentucky, and finished at Georgia State. Ended up going to Georgia State because his dad was ill and he wanted to be closer to home. And that was Alder. That's much better from Alder. They have kept him quiet though. Patrick Alder only with 3 points, way below his average. 7 rebounds though. So 10 minutes remaining. Either Banvit are going to go top of Group C with a victory, or Rosa Radom can get their first victory of the Basketball Champions League season. Sit back and enjoy the action here on livebasketball.tv. Punter. Zaitsev for the high screen, punter left hand, wonderful move. Cooligan close attendance, but the screen was good enough. And that's what punter's got to do, take some chances, get all the way to the hoop. Good things will happen. He was either going to make that or he was going to get fouled, and he did the former. Calero. Geshin, Calero. Fakes, kicks, shot clock running down. And Vitka taps to Zaitsev. And now they can reduce to 2 points. Punter again, kick. Pirshevitz for 3. Oh, it was in and out. Agonising for the Rosa Radom faithful there. Just needs a Pirshevitz or a Szymanski or Daniel Shimikovitz, one of the young players. A good steal. Here comes Punter. Wonderful finish again. Well, it doesn't need one of the squad players, because watch this. Great hands. It was Pirshevitz at first. Great job by him. And Punter doing what he does best, going strong, no thought really to kicking that out. He had kicked out the other one. That was so close for Pirsevich. But this time he goes straight to the basket and finishes. So this time it's a Banvit timeout. They've got some issues to sort out. That's a good stat for Rosa Radom. 13 points from turnovers. Banvit, 2. That's a really positive stat for the home team. Let's listen to Coach K. He's just finished what he's going to say, but he must be really pleased. Active hands, and now there's some hope on the faces of the... that's actually a Banvit, someone supporting Banvit. They're going to be worried, but there's hope now for Rosa Radom. But great hands there from Pirsevich. He's come in and done a good job. So Szymanski. Again, Coach Kaminski's got to be happy with the commitment of his team. They just need a bit of luck, like that 3 from Pirsevich, to drop. And they could be in business for their first victory, a shock victory, one might say, in the Basketball Champions League, but they really want to get off the mark. Banvit in possession, start the quarter. Kulig drives baseline. And Zaitsev just doing enough, and a huge rebound from Kevin Punter. It's going to be whatever it takes in this quarter for both teams to get the win. It's going to be a rough and rocky road. Who's going to be tough enough to see it through? Punter. High screen from Zaitsev. Of course, no Gasper Vidmar on the floor. He's on 4 fouls. But Kulig doing a great job in his place. Oh my goodness me! And why not for Marcin Pirsevich? He thoroughly deserves that basket, and Rosa Radom thoroughly deserve to be tied at 40. Kulig, 1 fake, 2 fakes, overcomes Vitka. It really has been noticeable since Vidmar's been out. They're not quite the same presence inside, not quite the same options. Harrow just casually handling the ball, but that's the pace he plays at, no rush. Punter. High defense and a high screen from Zaitsev. Pirsevich had to let it go. The shot clock was running down, and the excitement is building in the Mossir Arena in Radom. Poland, that's where we are tonight. Taylor, out to Adonis Thompson. Good defense from Rosa Radom. Zaitsev trying to get out. Calero for 3! Silences the crowd. So calmly, he's been excellent, Calero, for Banvit. There's a foul on the floor as Harrow goes strong to the basket. Calero averaging 12 points, 8.5 rebounds. So Kulig comes out, big moment in the game. Vidmar's in. 4 fouls. They will be going straight at him, Rosa Radom, to try and get a 5th foul and get him out of the game. Such a huge part of this Banvit team. He's still playing all the way out on the pick and roll. Now he's back inside. Keep a close eye on the matchup. Just puts his hands up. And Alder gets to the left-hand side of the hoop, which he likes, which he prefers. And with Vidmar not able to play so tough and out of the picture, he was up against Calero. Alder's able to score for Rosa Radom. Good job by Zaitsev, not making it easy for Vidmar. Pirsevich trying to reach in. And to the hoop as Altenig. Lovely play, I said initially, but it rolled out. A couple of times it's happened for Rosa Radom, and now it's happened for Banvit. Pirsevich, Alder's going to take it in and kick it back out. Zaitsev for 3, just long. Ball's loose. Tough play between Altenig and Marcin Pisevich has been excellent for Rosa Radom. Outside, and it's a 3, calmly done by Adonis Thompson. They've got a real 1-2 punch with Taylor and Thomas. Double T. Little look away kick out. Rosa Radom have got to find an answer. Sokolowski, Alder. Pisevich off left. And like all the good teams do, Rosa Radom went on their run, took the lead, and Banvit have knocked down a couple of big shots in response. Taylor, guarded by Harrow. Just didn't have the foot speed there, Harrow, to cope with Taylor. And over across came Zaitsev, who just couldn't get himself squared up and hands straight up. Routins, the Canadian, comes in. He's played for the Canadian under-21 team. So Taylor, Coach Filip Pavlovsky thinking very deeply about how his team are going to try and finish this game off. 4-point lead, 4.31 seconds, 4 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. That's the third foul on Igor Zaitsev of Rosa Radom. So now they go out to a 5-point lead. And that's a 6-point lead, so breathing slightly, and Kaminsky, my apologies, just about says it all there. Such frustration for him. Alder thought about the 3. Vidmar still playing active out in the high pick and rolls. And great double team. And here comes Adonis Thompson, but Sokolowski hustling back and knocking it loose. Wonderful individual defense from Mikhail Sokolowski. Screen from Alder. Vitka. Punter. Pulls up for the 3, just off right. And the offense has just tailed off slightly for Rosa Radom after that. They worked so hard to tie the game and then take the lead. But Banvit seemed to have some control back in this game. Calorero looking, up fake, kicks it. Routins from miles out. Misses the 3. And Vitka with the rebound and out to Harrow. Harrow driving down the middle, little floater. Alder getting right under the basket there. I think it was a foul for Tony Taylor. Taylor only 6'2", and Alder 6'9", so Alder won that battle. So in-line possession, out to Sokolowski. Trying to get an open look. Punter, hesitation, takes it strong into Vidmar, who did a brilliant job on defense there. Stood as tall as the giant he is and didn't pick up his 5th foul. Very brave and smart defense from Gasper Vidmar. Taylor to Thomas, back to Taylor. And Harrow just can't stay with Taylor for foot speed, and again he's caught alongside him and he's too much hands on the body. Frustration on his face. That's Harrow's 2nd foul. And that was the problem there. Taylor got up in the air with nowhere to go, and here comes Harrow. Beautiful move by Ryan Harrow. That's much better by Rosa Radom. It's only a 4-point lead. Have they got another run in them in the closing minutes of the fourth quarter? Good screen from Vidmar. Solid. Alder. Colliero. Off balance. Great job by Zaitsev. Colliero really should have kicked that out. That was always going to be a tough move, and he ended up fading away. Open look for Alder for three is good! And it's a 1-point lead yet again. And the crowd and the girls in the front row there are absolutely loving it. Eight points for Alder. That's more like it for Patrick. Here comes Banvit again. Can they carry on calmly executing their offense? Inside to Vidmar. Out to Taylor. Long on the three. Alder with the rebound. 90 seconds just under remaining in this fourth quarter. And just like last night with AEK and Strasbourg, we're going right down to the wire. Harrow gets it stripped. Alder turns and finishes and is fouled. Patrick Alder turns to his left hand, his trusted left hand. Harrow gets his strip, but fortuitously, Alder picks it up straight up, protecting the ball as he went up for the short jump hook. Let's see if he fouls him. Colliero is the nearest player to him, and just like that, Rosa Radom from 6 down are 1 up. And with a chance to increase their lead to 2 points. One thing I'll say about this team, I've covered them a couple of times now this season. Oh, he just missed the free throw. They are plucky, they do not give up, and they will play to the last second. So, Banvit with another issue to solve, another puzzle that Rosa Radom have set them. They're down by 1, and we're just under a minute remaining, folks, in this exciting Champions League, Basketball Champions League clash. Colliero just short. That was a long way between the 3-point line. And now Rosa Radom can increase their lead. Ryan Harrow trying to weave his way past Tony Taylor, who's had nothing of it. Staying in front of him, still staying in front. Harrow, and it's a travel for Ryan Harrow. He thought he came to a jump stop, but too much dribble there by Ryan Harrow. He held the ball the whole offense. Let's see. He just shuffled that pivot foot. A little bit of body contact there from Tony Taylor. And it's a timeout from Banvit after the Harrow turnover. Let's listen in. Coach Kaminsky, I mean, the effort that he puts in is just a really good thing to see. You've got to switch on the pick and roll. Let's see the Alder three. He's really come to the party in this fourth quarter. Patrick Alder up to 10 points, around his average. And he can finish inside, as we've seen. I think that was his third. He was 1 of 2 from 3-point range, 3 of 6 from 2. He's up to 10 points, 9 rebounds, so he's 1 away from a triple-double. So, sideline possession. And Routins. Almost a steal from Harrow, but Tony Taylor kicks. Colliero all alone is long, but they get the rebound. Banvit 1 point behind. They will get possession if they want it. They can run it all the way down. Taylor fouled. But Rosa Radom not in foul trouble. Sokolowski fouling this week. None of the Rosa Radom players in foul trouble. It's only one foul for Sokolowski. 2 fouls now. That's a much better job for Rosa Radom, and that's part of the reason they're in this situation now. Key players in the game at key parts of the game. Taylor, high screen from Vidmar, still on 4 fouls. He's been excellent. Another foul from Zaitsev. Now Zaitsev is on 4 fouls now. Well, we're right at the end of the game, unless of course we go to OT. Now we're going to come to the last 6.9 seconds, just under 7 seconds. Now Kulik comes in, because Kulik can stretch the floor. Good job by Vidmar, but he is more of an inside threat, no further really than the key area. But now Kulik can receive the ball way outside and can be a threat from the 3. Rosa Radom, shot clock running down. Taylor shoots the ball, it's off, and Rosa Radom have won their first game in Group C of the Basketball Champions League. The crowd are ecstatic. The final score, Rosa Radom 49, Banvit 48. Unbridled joy here at the Mosir Arena. Coach Kaminsky so pleased with his squad. The whole squad put in a shift for him this evening, and their reward is their first win against the high-flying Banvit outfit. They win 49-48. As we look at some of the stats, 41 rebounds against 38 for Banvit, 11 assists to 5 for Banvit, 9 steals for Rosa Radom. Excellent effort, good anticipation, getting in the passing lanes, active hands for Rosa Radom. 13 turnovers for Banvit. But as the game went on, you just didn't think, Rosa Radom could come back. As we look at the leaders, Punter with 11, 9 rebounds for Alda, 11 points for Punter, and Sokolowski leading the assists. Punter with 3 steals, Zaitsev with 2 big blocks, Sokolowski with 3 turnovers, but he was used today again. And here's the points leaders: Punter 11, Alda 10, Harrow 9, Thomas 9, Vidmar 8, 7 Kulik. A low-scoring, tactical, defensive game. But what excitement's been brought to you again in the Basketball Champions League, and I'm so privileged to bring these games to you all around Europe. And look at the crowd. They've waited 5 games in Group C of the Basketball Champions League, and finally they get their win on their home floor at the Mosir Arena. The cheerleaders, the fans, they're so happy. Basketball's a wonderful game, and it tastes even better when you can get a win like that. And it came down to the last shot. Tony Taylor coming up just short on his floater. Let's see some highlights. Michael Sokolowski taking Geshem off the dribble from deep behind the 3-point line. The help didn't come on this occasion. Kulik left outside. Calero, there's a steal leading to this transition 3 from Sokolowski. Good decision from Punter, turning provider. But it was good help. 3 or 4 players between the ball and another Banvit player, which I think was Kulik, and Sokolowski's such a good all-round player. Here comes another steal. The pass was too floaty, if you like, and Ryan Harrow with a nice hanging in the air. Let's just see this again from the other angle. 55, Rosa Radom, just reverse layup. We'll stay with these highlights for the Rosa Radom fans. I'm happy to talk about them. They've done so well. So unlucky last week in Athens. Of course, and Athens losing by 2 last night in Strasbourg. Such a close group. And with this win, I'm sure we'll see the league table shortly. This win, we're going to have 2 teams on 1 and 4, being Rosa Radom and Petro Olympia, and 6 teams, I believe, on 3 and 2, which will be Banvit, Estudiantes, Venezia, Medi Beirut, as we continue with the highlights. That was a huge moment. Punter taking it strong. And that was an even bigger moment. Very pleased for Marcin Pierschwitz. You have to learn to pronounce his name perfectly if he carries on with shots like that. And that was a nice penetration and dish from 1T. Taylor to Thomas and Harrow finishing at the rim there. So, as we finish the highlights, we will leave the Mossy Arena here in Poland. And congratulations to Rosa Radom. They win. We'll see you next week.